Today's incident will wake up your soul. Please watch the incident till the end. Assalamu alaikum. Today I will tell you how a little girl became a mother at a young age. In a village there was a woman named Zubaydah, her two daughters Seher and Gulshan. Zubaydah's husband died after the birth of two daughters. Then Zubaydah went to her mother's house. But how long will parents take responsibility for the maintenance of three people? So Zubaydah's mother told Zubaydah to get married, but Zubaydah did not agree, went to her husband's house. Even if the money saved by her husband lasted for a while, it could not continue like this for long. Then he has to get married. Zubaydah's second husband is Akram, a nice enough guy. Zubaydah accepted her two daughters as her own children. Akram had a bag factory. Zubaydah also helped Akram to make bags. A year later, Zubaydah and Akram had a son. After the birth of a son, Zubaydah and her husband's attention shifted away from Seher and Gulshan. Zubaydah used to say to her daughter Seher, "You do your own work. You are 12 years old. Take care of your little sister too." Seher used to do all the housework, took care of Gulshan. Meanwhile, the girl with whom Seher used to study also got married, which caused problems in his studies. He studied in a government school. The board exam is ahead, so Seher's mother tells Akram that the exam in front of her daughter will not happen if she does not give it to coaching. Akram says, "You don't worry. My brother's son came from the city to do his MA in English. I will give Seher to him, but he has to stay there." Thinking about her daughter's education, Zubaydah agreed. Akram brings his daughter to Bai's son and says to him, "Exam before him. Read a little better." Akram's brother's son, Waqas, says, "No problem, don't worry, I will prepare him." Things were going well, but when everyone went home after school, Seher was upset. He used to call his mother and say, "Mother, I don't feel good here. I will go home meanwhile." If there was any problem in understanding Seher's studies due to living in the same house, he would go to Waqas's room. Waqas would also explain to him. One night when Seher understood reading, Waqas misbehaved with her. Seher comes from there without saying anything. Later he called his mother and asked him to take her from here. Because of this, Zubaydah also said to Akram, "Bring her daughter, it has been a long time, she is a small person." Akram says, "I will bring it on the way back from the factory today." But he could not return that night, as there was an order of 1,000 bags at the factory that day. Meanwhile, everyone in the house of Waqas went to a party that night. Waqas and Seher alone at home. Waqas is 12 years older than Seher. When Seher was left alone that night, Waqas violated all his boundaries, leaving Seher with nothing to do. The next day, Akram comes to pick up Seher. Waqas tells Akram, "Your daughter has no interest in studies." In this, Akram says, "In fact, honesty is never true. I wanted to study and grow up, but he proved that an honest relationship must be discredited." After a lot of scolding, he brings Seher home. Seher comes home and cries a lot to his mother and tells all the mothers about Waqas. When Zubaydah informs Akram, Akram calls Waqas, but Waqas doesn't admit anything and says, "Your daughter herself went somewhere and did these things, and now she is defaming me." Akram gets more angry and scolds Seher. Seher had nothing else to do. A few months passed like this. Seher's body is now showing some changes. Seeing these ailments of her daughter, Zubaydah takes her to the doctor, and there she learns that Seher is going to be a mother. Hearing this, Zubaydah could no longer understand what Seher said was true. Now Waqas must pay for his sins. Then he asks the doctor whether the child can be destroyed or not. The doctor says no and says it will endanger the mother's life. Then Zubaydah returns home and cries to her husband. Asked Swami to talk to Waqas. Akram got angry and said, "Are you crazy? I have been insulted by my brother's son before. I will talk to them again for this bad girl of yours. You do one thing and spoil the baby." Zubaydah said, No, my daughter will die." Then Akram says then he cannot be kept at home. Everyone will say that the stepfather has done something. Get him out of the house. Zubaydah kept pleading with her husband not to do this injustice to her daughter. Then Akram goes to his aunt's house with Seher. But Akram's aunt will not keep Seher, saying that you can't even be a father and I will keep the burden of this bad name. He also does not keep Seher. After that, Akram came home again with Seher. This time Zubaydah decided to leave Waqas with education. So he goes to Waqas' house with Seher. Seeing Seher in this state, Waqas' face went completely dry. Zubaydah was left to understand that Waqas was responsible for all this. Waqas' mother is called Zubaydah. I was passing this way, so I thought I would meet her. He said goodbye and came home. Then called Wakas home. Very nicely said to Wakas, "You marry my daughter, it is your deposit." Wakas got angry and said, "Why not? Why should I take the burden of others?" Zubaida gets angry and says, "It is not someone else's burden. You have done this, I will tell people." Wakas shouted, "Yes, I did," and told the people. But what to say to people? How to prove? I will marry elsewhere because I am a boy who will marry your daughter. Zubaida was recording all these words which Wakas did not know. When Wakas was shouting these words, Zubaida came from behind and shot him in the throat. After that, he went to his sister's house with his daughter and told her everything. After hearing the sad condition of his sister's daughter, he left Seher with himself, and when Zubaida returned, she was arrested by the police for the murder of Wakas. After knowing all the events, Akram went and asked Zubaida, "Why didn't you tell me these things?" Zubaida does not say anything. Meanwhile, Seher also gives birth to a child. Are you feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, or maybe just a bit tense? You're not alone. We all find ourselves caught in the whirlwind of life, grappling with a myriad of emotions and challenges that add to our stress. It's a part of the shared human experience, the ebb and flow of life that binds us all together. Perhaps you've tried various methods to alleviate your stress, seeking solace in different corners of your life. But the weight of the world can often seem too heavy, the noise too loud. It's easy to feel lost in the chaos, searching for a beacon of hope, a source of tranquility amidst the storm. So, what if there was a way to find relief, a way to find peace? What if the answer has been within your reach all along, waiting to be discovered? What if I told you there is a way to find relief, to find peace, and it's closer than you think? In the heart of the Quran, there is a surah, a chapter that holds immense power and significance. Now imagine a treasure chest filled with jewels of wisdom and tranquility. That, my friends, is the essence of this surah. It is not just a chapter, but a vessel carrying profound life lessons and messages of hope. The surah we're focusing on today is a beautiful blend of divine guidance and spiritual comfort. It's like a soothing balm for the weary soul, a roadmap navigating us through life's turbulent waves. Its verses resonate with our shared human experiences, echoing the trials and tribulations we face, the joys and sorrows we feel. Yet it goes beyond merely reflecting our realities. It provides solutions, offers solace, and instills patience. This surah indeed is a compass, guiding us towards a path of peace and stability. It's a mirror reflecting our innermost fears and desires, and a lantern illuminating the way forward. In the grand tapestry of the Quran, each surah holds a unique place, a distinct purpose. But this specific surah, it's a beacon of tranquility amidst the chaos, a sanctuary of serenity amidst the storm. So, when the winds of stress threaten to capsize your boat, remember this surah. Turn to it, recite it, and let its words wash over you like a healing tide. This surah, my friends, is a beacon of light in the storm, a source of solace in times of stress. Now you might wonder, how can a surah help with stress? In the hustle and bustle of modern life, stress can seem like an unavoidable companion. Yet, in the serene verses of a surah, many find a profound form of relief. Let's explore how this happens. Firstly, consider the rhythm and melody inherent in the recitation of the surah. There's a musical quality to the Arabic text that, even without understanding every word, offers a calming effect. The rhythmic pulse and the rise and fall of the reciter's voice can act much like a lullaby, soothing the frayed nerves of the listener. This auditory embrace helps to slow down racing thoughts and allows a moment of respite from the relentless pace of daily concerns. Moreover, the act of recitation connects the individual to a higher power, which for many is a source of great comfort and peace. This connection is not just spiritual but also psychological. It instills a sense of belonging and purpose, which are often antidotes to the feelings of overwhelm and anxiety that accompany stress. Knowing that one is part of a larger cosmic plan can provide a reassuring perspective on everyday troubles. Finally, the teachings within the surah itself often emphasize themes of patience, resilience, and trust in the divine. These messages can act as gentle reminders that current struggles are transient and that every hardship is accompanied by ease. The wisdom found in these verses encourages a shift in viewpoint, from focusing on stressors to reflecting on broader, more positive aspects of life. The surah provides a refuge, a sanctuary, where stress melts away and tranquility takes its place. So, we've discovered a powerful tool in our journey towards stress relief. This isn't just any tool, but a surah, a chapter from the heart of the Quran that holds the potential to alleviate our worries, anxiety, and stress. It's fascinating, isn't it? How a few verses, recited with sincerity and understanding, can bring about a sense of calmness and tranquility. We've delved into the significance of the surah, its profound meaning, and the powerful impact it can have on our lives. We've also explored how this surah can offer relief from stress, a common struggle in today's fast-paced world. It's a reminder that help is always at hand, that tranquility can be found even in the most challenging situations. So, whenever you find yourself weighed down by the pressures of life, turn to this surah. Let it be your refuge, your solace, your way to serenity. Remember, in the heart of the Quran lies a surah, your sanctuary from stress, your path to peace.